Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up here. Okay, so I'm back home at the Man Cave. I hope you guys tune in tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern for our live stream. I know you guys want to vent. This is going to be your chance. I'm going to open up the phone lines and take a few calls tonight, and we can go ahead and trash the Dallas Cowboys and Jason Garrett and the coaching staff. We've got some news. Connor Williams has a tore ACL and is done for the remainder of the season. Not good. What I saw from Xavier Salafalo or Silafilo or whatever the hell it is. How about my ass was on the ground yesterday? He literally got knocked on his ass there on a couple of plays. So that hurts our team as well. The governor, Connor McGovern, who's on IR, is not quite ready to start practicing yet. So Cowboys are going to have to be able to kind of adapt and overcome and figure out a way to win without that guy. As crazy as this season is, um, literally, if we win one of the next 2 weeks against the Bears or the Rams, when we play the Eagles, it's for the division. Literally. That's how crazy this is. So don't give up hope. I think, regardless, I think Jason Garrett is gone. Um, the more I sit here and put the pieces together, the more I think I'm getting a picture. Somebody reminded me on Twitter things that I've said. Jason Garrett has all the records that you don't really want to have. He's never won back-to-back Thanksgiving games. We won last year, we lose this year. It's just the way it is with Jason Garrett. And going through this season, here's another one of those ones that just make no rhyme or reason. It's almost like with Jason Garrett, we're in. You ever watch Star Trek? They had Mirror Mirror, where it was like the alternate universe where you had a bad Spock and a bad, Captain Kirk. That's the way it seems when you have Jason Garrett as a football coach. Things that are normal here are the opposite with Jason Garrett. See, most teams, when they win their first game, their odds of making the playoffs are better than if they lose the first game. But here it is with Jason Garrett. Every year that we have won the first game, well, we don't know about this year. Maybe this year will be the anomaly. But every year we've won our first game, we have not made the playoffs under Jason Garrett. Isn't that crazy? 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, we all won the first game. 2014, we lost against San Francisco, and it looked like Tony Romo couldn't throw the ball 25 yards down the field. We make the playoffs. 2015, we win our first game and go 4-12. 2016, we lose to the Giants and go 13-3. 2017, we win our first game and miss the playoffs at 9-7. Last year, or excuse me, this year, or last year, we lost our first game. We went 3-5, made the playoffs. So we'll see what happens with this. But I think here's the reason I think why the Cowboys aren't firing Jason Garrett. And what it is I think the thing is if you fire Jason Garrett, you have to elevate one of your other coaches. Chris Richard would probably be the candidate that you would elevate to head coach on an interim basis, right? Well, here's the problem. If you elevate him to head coach and you have your eyes on, let's say, Lincoln Riley. Let's say Lincoln Riley is your target because he seems to be the offensive genius, the guy you want to have working, developing this offense. And you want to keep Chris Richard as your defensive coordinator. You can't make him interim head coach and then have him go back to defensive coordinator. You can't have him have a backwards move. And if, let's say, he is successful, then you look at it and say, oh, okay, he made the playoffs. We need to keep him as head coach. Now we lose Lincoln Riley because Lincoln Riley doesn't want to come here to be offensive coordinator. So that's the reason maybe that we're saying, okay, we got Jason Garrett. He's a dead man walking. If we let him finish up his contract, 2 days after the season is over, his contract ends, and we don't have to fire him. And we look at it from this standpoint is, what difference are we going to get with Chris Richard? Maybe Chris Richard catches lightning in a bottle and we do well. We make the playoffs and win a game or something, but then it screws up our future plans. And they're looking at it and saying, our future plans are, we want to get an offensive genius here as the head coach, and we want to keep Chris Richard as our defensive coordinator. That's what I think. And Rod Martinelli, with his bad hip and things, is not far from retiring. You end up doing a Monty Kiffin and move him into the front office and just let him just kind of disappear. And maybe that's it. I don't know. It's hard to get inside of Jerry Jones's head and understand what he's saying, because you're talking about a guy who talks about two fistfuls of Jello, and don't nobody I know have ever put two fistfuls of Jello in their hands. So that's the only thing I can think of. But we'll definitely be talking about this, and you Eagles, you you know what? I'll get back to you Eagles in a bit. I need to get myself together because I just got back home and take care of business and unpack from Thanksgiving. Hope you guys didn't eat too much turkey, but I will see you guys at 9 o'clock. See you then.